Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alya Wulandari. I would like to do my reading report video. For this week material is about the writing. So, what is the writing and applied linguistics? Um, for my knowledge, that is writing that is something we do to um, maybe our works, our literature work or literary works, or in the professional work, or all that thing we do to people or someone or everyone read. We must do the right thing. Um, I think the rating is just when we type something, but I get wrong of that because I realized in my first, second, and then my third semester, I had the subject of the rating, and I realized the rating is the skill. So writing in applied linguistic is like important when we learn about the language. So the writing is skill, and uh, the skill that is really needs know that mm, the skill that is really to our own studies. And then now, like writing, especially in the second language, is a really big research area because it connects with linguistic education and our communication studies. And the rating is had the three main aspect. The first one is the strategy aspect, and then textual aspect, and the last one is the relational aspect. So the strategy aspect is like the aspect that when we write, use the different techniques to organize and express our ideas. And then the relational relational aspect is like we writing to communicating between the reader, sorry, and a writer, and then the word. And then the textual aspect is like we choose the right words, and then the grammar, and then the structure to make our writing is clear. And then what is the relational aspect between the writing and the communication? Like a writing as the communication, sorry. So um, writing is not just we type the something on paper or in our laptop, maybe and maybe in our phone, but the writer is like the specific situation that we can write something, so we can build the writer and writer have the different expectation. So um the sum of the key factor in writing situation is the first one is maybe not maybe the first one is the writer identity. So we know if we had the literature review, like the writing style of the author is same, like like this word, or this word of the writers is like expert talk and their personality in their writing. And then the readers must understand the writing best their background and knowledge. And in the genre is like a different types of writing that have different rules, like maybe the essay, report, and the stories. And then the other takes is like every piece of the writer is have relationship to their previous ideas or their previous works. So the writer is must understanding the reader expectation for their work. The next material is the strategy aspect, that is like how the writer can plan and then organization their writing. The first one is maybe they had the step of the writer, like the first one, of course, they must know about what is the purpose of the writing or what they want to write. um, to informative maybe, or to persuasive, or to expressive. And then they must develop their idea, like they do brainstorming, and then they do a research, and then they do have the many reference to get to collect the information, and then choose what is the right to their audience, like the format. And then how they are can organize it, the information, like maybe they use for for why, when, how, when, they, and how, like when start with the question, and then they can apply the technique of the writing. And then they do the write and revise, so they not just like the first step and then they upload. Not to do that, they must do the revise revision, because it's impossible to write there is just the first draft and then they just upload. It's really impossible. They must do the revision or take the revision to make the better better of their work, to improve their skill too. And then after they do a revision, they have the final editing, and then they recheck again about the grammar or the mistake that maybe can be do, and then to make sure the writing is can be understandable to the reader. So like writing is not just straight process that you write and they upload, but the writing is like had the many revision and changes to can develop our work is can be published. And then about the textual aspect, that the structure and clarity of the writing. So maybe what is make writing effective? The first one is the personal, and then understanding writing of the style that they are used, and then the clear connection, and then the logical order of idea. Um, so even the text is had the good grammar, good maybe good vocabulary or good term or good ideas, but if that is hard to understandable, it's not the well of the word, or not well structure of the word. Writing in the second language is really different from when we writing in our first language. Of course, to our second language writing, and then maybe reading, or maybe we hearing, we had the challenge of that. So the challenge of the writers of the second language is their limited vocabulary and grammar. It's must challenge all the thing that writing, like reading and then hearing. It's the challenge to the vocabulary and their grammar mistakes, and then the less experience to write in that the language, and then the how they can influence from their first language. Of course, the second language person is same in one language, but if they are writing in the second language, they must the translation too. And what is different approach to teaching second language writing? So the different ways to teach writing is have many many types. And then in the 1915 until 1970, if I'm not wrong, is like they had the control composition. And then in the 1917 until 1918, they had the paragraph pattern approach, like focus on how to structure paragraph and essay. And then the 19 until now is we do that the writing genre based approach, like we had the different types of writing or the genre, and then we write in academic and professional setting. But the now is modern teacher to teaching this second language writing is use the combine all the methods, so it can be improved the writing. And then what is the key issue in the second language writing? The first is plagiarism, that maybe we struggle to do situation in this language, and the technology in writing that we not do writing in second language, we just writing in our first language and we translate. That is big challenge. That is big key issue too, and the writing in different subject, like how we as a second language writer can support in all academic fields, so not just a language class maybe. And then we assessing writing, like how we can grade this is good or not, depends on the language. So for me, as writing is not just to do right, just right, not that, not just like a complex, uh not a complex, not just a writing, but the writing is the complex process, because we due to research, due to how to reader as can be understandable, and then how we can have the language skill and then thinking skill and the communication strategy, and how we can build our vocabulary and then a knowledge, and then the writing different writing style, and then how we can reading and analyzing well written text, and then how we can revision and can improve to our work. So yeah, writing is not just the correct grammar, but how we can make idea is understandable and meaningful. I think that's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.